Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? This is Cub, and welcome back to Tekkit Classic Reborn. This is episode 3 in our series, I believe. It might be episode 4, but I think it's episode 3. And if you guys ever wondered what the most annoying sound in the world is, now if you've heard Dumb and Dumber, you probably think you already know, but you were wrong. It's actually the sound of a generator, which has finally stopped running, thank goodness, a macerator, which looks like it's done running, and a furnace, which is actually done running, and yet they're all still making, there we go, silence. So that was the most annoying sound on Earth, but it looks like it's finally quieted down, and good thing too, we've got our crushed tin that we're going to need, and our copper ingots, and this will all be useful next episode. Now, as you can see, I've done a little bit of cleaning. I created a double chest for all of our ores. I have been back down in the mines again. Yes, I broke into a second crevasse, kind of in that word direction, and got more items. And I've got another chest over here just full of tools that will never get used again, and they do have some EMC value, so they might come in handy there. Aside from that, there's a few things I want to do with this episode, and we're finally going to be building a machine that a lot of people have been requesting, the Metal Former. Now, the idea with this machine is that it's supposed to allow us to use fewer resources to create things like iron plates. Like this comment here says, apparently it takes 4 iron ingots to create a single iron plate. However, that hasn't actually been the case for us, and I don't know if maybe they just changed this particular mod, or maybe it was just changed within the mod pack, but as you can see, it only takes 1 iron to create an iron plate, not 4. However, maybe this machine will give us 4 plates for a single piece of iron? Probably not. I don't think that's something that's going to happen in this particular pack. However, you know what? It's fun to automate things, and people have been requesting this, so we are totally going to build it this episode, as well as a couple other things. Now, before we do that, there's one thing that I really want to build. So we're going to grab our crushed iron, our crushed tin and our crushed copper, and we're going to see if this works the way I hope it will. There we go, yes. 3 parts copper, 1 part tin gives you some bronze dust, so we're going to get about 8 of those, and that should be plenty for us to build a wrench, which will allow us to move these machines, well, I was going to say without fear of them being reverted into just basic machine casings, but that is actually not the case. There is still a small chance that these things can get completely wasted when we break them, so we want to be... Actually, I don't even know if I really want to move them badly. There is another type of wrench we can build that gives us a lower chance of that happening, and that is the electric wrench, which is just a wrench and a small power unit, which is actually things that we've built before. And there I go, saying actually again. How many times are we up to this episode? 7, 8, 9, 12? Actually, I don't actually know how many times I've said actually, but actually I don't mind. So we're going to get a re-battery, an electronic circuit, some copper cablings, all things that we could probably build later. For now, let's just go ahead and we'll bring this over here, pull these items out, and build our wrench. And what did that recipe look like? Yeah, there you go. Sort of shaped like a wrench. Perfect. Now I'm going to take a risk, and it's going to be a pretty big risk, and I'm going to attempt to break one of these items. I've been thinking about it, and we really don't need a cable in between the generator and the bat box, so we're going to break that cable, and we're going to take our wrench, and we're going to right-click. Yay, we still have our generator. Fantastic. So we'll place that down directly next to our bat box, and then we won't need a cable for that, and we get a cable back. And then I was going to move the bat box into the corner, but I don't think I will. I don't really mind these insulated cables sticking out like that. So I think we'll leave it like that for now. We'll go ahead and throw this down in anticipation for the next machine we're going to build. And then we're going to get to work on our metal former. Now, I explained this. Ooh, that is not how you spell metal at all. There we go. Some typing issues today. Now, I think I explained what this machine does in the last episode, but basically just allow... basically. That's another one. Actually, basically, I need to expand my vocabulary. So, what this does, we're going to leave all of the adjectives out, it allows us to create plates and cables and things without the need for multiple different tools, and it does it all in a nice automated fashion. So an electronic circuit, built one of those before, just going to need a lot of cables. Basic machine casing, been there, did that. Coil, we just looked at the recipe for earlier, we're going to need some more copper cables for it. And then some more iron plates. Now I have quite a bit of iron. Let's count out how many plates we're going to need here. So we're going to need 1, 8, 9. Oh, wow, actually I didn't even check in here. Bronze casings. We can do that. 10, 11, 12. So we're going to need 12 iron plates. We'll put that back in there. Bring this over here, pull all this out, and let's hammer. We ended up with 13 of them. I might have already had one in here. That tends to happen quite a bit. And then we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, good grief. Okay, so 8, 16, 24, 30 copper cables. So let's get our, let's see, so we need 30, and that's 15 plates, I think it is. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see if I can get this right. We might actually have to build a new hammer. That's not good. There we go, our 30 copper cables, and let's keep these things in our inventory. So we got our iron plates, our copper cables. We probably have enough rubber already for the few cables that we do have to insulate. Do we have any more rubber in here? Yeah, that should be plenty. I think this is the only thing that needs insulated rubber, or insulated cables. Now we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess 10 bronze item casings. And then bronze we already made earlier. We know how to do that. We've only got 2 pieces left though. That's not gonna be enough. Oh, there goes our hammer. Guess I have to build another one of those real quick too. No one worry. No one worry at all. I've got this covered, guys. Ooh. Everything's getting all split up. Okay, another hammer. Okay, we only need 8 more of those. So there we go. And we'll go ahead and get that cooking in the electric furnace. While that's cooking, we need to build a couple of more chests. So we will get just enough wood for that. There we go. Got our 2 chests. And I think that, oh, we actually need to build that. So that we'll go ahead and do that. One iron plate. A couple of redstone and our cables. Will give us our electronic circuit. Good work there. There we go. We've got our 8 bronze ingots. We'll take those over here and hammer them to give us our 10 bronze plates. Then we're going to put our 2 chests in here and surround those with the bronze plates to not get the thing that we're supposed to be building. Bronze item casings. Oh, okay, so we have to... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is... No, that gives us 2. Okay, well... We actually ended up with double what we needed for this particular build. That's okay, though. We'll hang on to these other 5 bronze plates, and maybe we'll have to use them again in the future. I'm not sure. It's not as though we wasted anything important building them. So there's our 2 toolboxes. Now, what do you do with a toolbox? Can I actually... Oh, yeah! It's like a backpack. You can carry it around, and what can you store in here? Just tools? Yeah, can't actually seem to put that in there. Yeah, not very useful, actually. We'll go ahead and build our basic machine casing. And that is everything except for our coils, which is going to take all of our little cables here, and then blocks of iron. 1, 2, 3 coils. And then let's see if I can do this from memory. I've already looked at the recipe quite a bit, so... quite. There's another word that I use a lot. Quite a bit. I've never noticed this in other videos before. But there you go, metal former. We'll set that down right over here. It'll plug in, it'll get power, and oh, what is this? Recipes. Okay, so it'll actually show us what all it can build. So we can have an extruding mode to turn a block of steel into a shaft. We can turn iron ingots into 4 HV cables. That's high voltage. Pretty useful. Looks like a single bronze ingot will give us a single bronze plate. Nothing special there. We got all our different extrusions. This is actually kind of interesting. We can get a tin can from an item casing. Yeah, it's all pretty basic stuff. Let's give it a shot, though. Let's say we want to build, and we have a ton of iron, so we'll just use iron for this example. We're going to set it to rolling, cutting, extruding. Can you extrude iron? What is there to extrude from iron? I wasn't actually paying attention. There's actually again. I wasn't really paying attention when I was going through the recipes. Oh, HV cable. And then, could I roll those? No. What is HV cable good for, you're wondering? Well, we'll get to that later. As of right now, though, nothing particularly. And there you go, folks. That is the metal former. It'll allow us to create our plates now and all of our cables. inside of this nice automated environment. I won't have to worry about breaking any more hammers, although we do have... although... I think I say that a lot too. Although we actually have quite a bit... see what I did there? We actually have quite a bit of uses left on our forge hammer, about 66. That's good enough for this episode though. We're going to wrap that up. I'm going to go grab a thesaurus, and I will see you all next time. Bye!